Part 6, End Value Management. The project management presents many tools and techniques for the management of the successful project. One of the most regarded of this tool is end value management or end value analysis. So end value management or end value analysis is a method that allows the project manager to measure the amount of work actually performed on the project beyond the basic review of cost and schedule reports. EVA or EVM provides a method that permits the project to be measured by progress achieved. The project manager then able, using the progress measured, to forecast a project's total cost and date of completion based on trend analysis and application of the project's burn rate. This method depends on a key measures known as the project end value. So what is needed for end value management? The end value management system allows the project manager to answer the following three questions. What are they? Where have been, where are we now, and where are we going? This is same like the strategic management concepts. Where have been, and where are we now, where are we going, the same. So in end value management, unlike the traditional management, there are three data sources: the budget, that is planned value of the work scheduled, the actual value of work completed, and the end value of the physical work locations. So generally, like baseline plan, the project budget, the project end date, tasks are identified and scheduled. Each task has a budget or effects, that is resource loaded or waiting, and actual tracked. See, remember these terms for finding the end value management. First, budget at completion, budgeted cost for work scheduled, planned value, budgeted cost of work performed, earned value, actual cost of work performed, actual cost, estimate at completion, cost performance index, estimate to complete, cost variance, schedule variance, variance at completion, schedule performance index. So for calculating the end value management, or for calculating the work scheduled and work completed, mainly we need to know the planned value, the end value, the actual cost, the cost performance index, the cost variance, the schedule variance, and schedule performance index. Once if we know these terms, particularly, mainly these terms, we can easily find the work performed, that is expected and actual. Okay, with respect to that, the equations are the planned value equal to budget at completion into percentage of planned work, end value equal to budget at completion into percentage of actual work, estimate at completion equal to budget at completion divided by cost performance index, estimate to complete equal to, estimate to complete equal to estimate at completion minus actual cost. And see, these red highlighted portions are more important. That is CV, cost variance, equal to end value minus actual cost, and schedule variance equal to end value minus planned value, and variance at completion equal to, this is not much important, even then let us go through this also, but mainly we need that redlined four formulas. CPI, that is cost performance index, okay, VAC, that is variance at completion equal to budget at completion minus estimate at completion, and cost performance index equal to earned value divided by actual cost, and schedule performance index equal to earned value divided by planned value. Okay, this we will go through in the coming slides. First one, the cost variance. So the cost variance we can define as the difference between earned value and actual cost, that is CV equal to EV minus AC. Sometimes the formula is expressed as a difference between budgeted cost of work performed and actual cost work performed. If the variance is equal to 0, the project is on budget. If a negative variance is determined, the project is over budget. And if the variance is positive, the project is under budget. So here, the good news is if CV value is positive, the project is currently under budget, spending less than the planned for the work. And the bad news is if the CV is, that is, the cost variance is negative, the project is currently over budget, spending more than the planned for the work. Second is cost performance index is the measure of cost efficiency on a project. It's a ratio of earned value to actual cost, that is CPI equal to EV divided by AC. So the good news is if the CPI value is greater than or equal to 1, the project cost trends is currently under or planned budget. And the bad news is if the CPI is negative, is less than 1, the project cost trend is currently over the budget. Then cost variance percentage is CV by EV. The good news, if CV value is positive, the project is currently under budget by the CV percentage. And the bad news, if CV value is negative, the project is currently over budget by the CV percentage. Then comes schedule variance. The difference between work that is ahead or behind the plan and reflects a given measurement method. The SV equal to the difference of EV minus PV. That is the formula utilized to express schedule variance is project end value minus the project planned value as of date of examination. If the variance is equal to 0, the project is on schedule, or that is if good news is if SV value is positive, the project is currently ahead of schedule. And the bad news is if SV value is negative, the project is currently behind the schedule. So that is if the variance is equal to 0, the project is on the schedule. If negative variance is determined, the project is behind the schedule. And a positive project, if the variance is positive, the project is ahead of the schedule. And remember, not all positive schedule variants are good. Schedule performance index. It's a measure of schedule efficiency on a project. It is a ratio of earned value to the planned value. If the SPI is equal to earned value divided by planned value, if an SPI is greater than or equal to 1 indicates a favorable condition, and a value is less than 1 indicates an unfavorable condition. That is, if SPI value is greater than 1 or equal to 1, the project schedule 10 is currently ahead or on planned schedule. And the bad news, if the SPI value is negative, is less than 1, the project schedule trend is currently behind the schedule. And the SV percentage is SV divided by PV. Good news, if SV value is positive, the project is currently ahead of schedule. And if SV value is negative, the project is currently behind the schedule. So with respect to that, let us go with an example. So for the main items that we need to know, the planned value, that is how much work should be done, the end value, how much work was done, actual cost, how much did the work cost, the budget at completion, what is the total job budgeted to cost, estimate at completion, what do we expect the total job to cost. So with respect to this, the example, a project has a budget of $10 million and scheduled for 10 months. It is assumed that the total budget will be spent equally each month. That means 10 months, 10 million means one month, 1 million, until the 10th month is reached. After 2 months, that is after 2 months, normally how much it should be? $2 million should be spent. After 2 months, the project manager finds that only 5% of the work is finished and a total of 1 million spent. You can able to see it is for a 10 months work, 10 million, 10 months, 10 million work. Because of this issue, that is after 2 months, they found that only 5% of the work completed and a total of 1 million spent. Actually, in 2 months, it should spend 2 million. So automatically, we know that it is behind the budget, and for sure, it will be behind the schedule. So ultimately, when we calculate the end value management, or when we calculate the end value, or when we calculate the project at completion, we can able to see the number of months and the total amount they need to spend for the total work, total project. See, what is the planned value? The planned value is total 2 million because 2 months over, so automatically 2. What is the end value? End value is 5% of 10 million, which is equal to 0.5 million. And what is the actual cost? It is 1 million. What is the cost variance? That is EV minus AC, 0.5 minus 1, that is minus 0.5 million. And CV percentage is minus 100, that is overrun. And second, SV, that is schedule variance, which is equal to EV, schedule variance equal to EV minus PV, that is EV is 0.5 minus PV planned value is 2, that is minus 1.5 months. The SV percentage is, by this equation, SV minus PV percentage, which is equal to minus 75 behind the budget. And CPI, cost performance index, equal to EV by AC, that is 0.5 by 1, that is 0.5. And schedule performance index equal to EV minus EV divided by PV, that is 0.5 divided by 2, that is 0.25. And estimate at completion, that is budget at completion by cost performance index, that is 10, budget at completion is 10 million by CPI cost performance index, which we got 0.5, that is equal to 100 by 5. So multiplied by 10 over here, we will get 100 by 5, which is equal to $20 million. And estimate to complete, that is BAC minus EV by CPI, which is equal to 10 minus 0.5 divided by 0.5, that is about to 19 million. Okay, so time to complete, that is budget at completion by cost performance index divided by SPI, that is 10 by 0.5 divided by 0.25, but that is equal to 38 months. So this 38 months and this 2 months. So how much? So it needs 40 months to complete the work. And here it is 19 million, estimate to complete 19 million plus already spent 1 million. So how much? 20 million. So this project will take a total of $20 million, that is 19 plus 1, and 40 months, that is 38 months plus 2 months to complete the entire work. Okay, thank you.